to my channel. This channel is Stacie Stitches. This is a channel, a Flosstube channel about count and cross stitch, crafting, my online needle workshop, and life in general, I guess, but mostly stitching. So today is Tuesday, July 19th, 2022. This is episode number 31, and I am well out of practice because it's just been a hot mess summer instead of a hot mom summer, or whatever you want to call it. So bear with me because I got to get back into the swing of things. If you are a subscriber, thank you so very much for coming back to visit with me and see what I've been up to and what craziness has been going on here. And if you are new to my channel, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you see and you stick around for future episodes should I ever get on a regular schedule. It seems to be now I'm only getting in one a month, but every time I do this, I say I will try to be more frequent and on a better schedule. Don't hold me to it. You know, life gets in the way. So let's talk about stitching. I have, reverse. So I have not recorded a Flosstube since before StitchCon. At this point, it's been a month since StitchCon, and you guys have already seen all the amazing recaps that have happened. So therefore, I'm not going to go too much into StitchCon. I had an amazing time, spent so much time with my friends, made some new friends, got to meet friends in real life instead of just through our little devices. And everybody was super generous. So you may see a few things thrown in here and there, but I'm not going to go through all of the holy moly goodness of floss drops that were received, needle minders, all of the things. So just maybe a few special things. And actually a few special things I have already been using. So you may not see any of it. You'll see some of it, but you may not see all of it. If I got it at StitchCon, you'll probably know. So, stitching. I've done a lot of stitching. Well, at least I think I've done a lot of stitching. And I just want to make sure I have it all, which I do. And we'll just move on from there. So, if you recall in my last video, I decided to abandon the Shannon Christine Designs baby girl tree. I just was not enjoying it at all. But now the baby that I was making that for is a year old. So I had to figure out what else I was going to make. So I found this cute pattern from Cherry Hill Stitchery. And y'all, I finished it. I started, I finished, it's all done. Now I just have to, as my husband would say if you didn't watch the last video, fabulously finish my object. So this is just finished. I stitched this on 32 count My Precious, which was what I was stitching the baby girl tree on, because here, I'll show you. I got that much of it done last time, the baby girl tree, and I'm abandoning it. And this fabric is super long. So 32 count My Precious from Be Stitch Me. And I did my own color conversion on this. I used, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I did because I wanted to change the colors up a bit. And now, oh, I did. So I changed the DMC. It's only 3 colors. No, there's 4 colors in there. So all of the yellows I kept, but I changed the 3802, which is one of the pinks, to 224, and another pink or 3363 to Mistletoe from Forbidden Fiber Company, and 3781 to Weeks Dye Works Grapevine. So that's the brown. I'm gonna hurt my arm. But it turned out really well. And it's super cute. I think it's way better than what I would have been able to finish on that baby girl tree. So this is for Astrid Ingrid. And actually, I need to fix her birth date because she wasn't born on the 30th. She was born on the 29th. Sorry. So I'll have to fix that before I finish it off. I think I'm going to do another wall hanging. We'll see. And then I got to send it over to C's to my friends, Richard and Christy. And happy birthday, baby Astrid. You're not a baby anymore. Now you're a big girl. Big 1-year-old. Moving into toddler territory. But I'm super pleased with how fast that stitched up. I think it took me like 3 days. So maybe 6 hours. 2 hours a day. Probably. So that was I think that's my only finish. And you know me, I'm not going to go in any particular order with finishes, blah, 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 FFOs, or starts, yada, 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 yada. I need to take this out. So, while I was on vacation, oh, see, this is my traveling setup on a floss ring with this cute little Ort bag or trash thing that the girls, I want to say the girls from Stitch Etc. were so graciously handing out at StitchCon. So here's one of my StitchCon items. But I hang this on like the oh shit bar in the car or the handle or the visor so that it just hangs there and then I can stitch, use my things. I think we had a video on Instagram about my stitching spot in the car. So I started working on Jeanette Douglas Designs Christmas Cheer Pin Pillows. There we go. So when I got this from Evertotes, because they had did a color conversion, or this was a kit from Evertotes. So I got the Evertotes bag. They have a mini bag, and then they have this bag, and it's really cute. I love the fabric on it. But I got this, I want to say like November of last year, maybe. So I wanted to start on those, and I got one of the designs done. And I am stitching this. Oi. Do I have a card in here? I think this is 18 count vanilla latte from Be Stitch Me in Opalescent. So I got this first one done. And I'm stitching it with all the called for, which is some, not Fox and Rabbit, Leo and Roxy. Is it Leo and Roxy or Leo and Foxy? Damn, girl, I need to get it together. Leo and Roxy flosses and DMC and weeks. So I think it's cute. So I finished that first one, Joy. Then I started the piece and I realized that the white is just, I don't think it's gonna show up. Beep, 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 beep. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. See, you can't really see it. Even in real life, you can't really see it. So, but there's a whole border there. I don't know what I'm gonna do, y'all. Do I just leave it? And then when I need to stitch white on some of the other parts, pick a different color? Thoughts, please. Thoughts, please. So I did that while I was in Pennsylvania I wasn't on vacation because I was working, but you know, we were up there picking up my kiddo who had been away from us for a while. And I will have a whole story about that later if you want to hear all my personal mumbo jumbo. The next thing I worked on, which I worked on this, or I tried to work on this on the plane to StitchCon. This is my nice list from the Little Stitch Girl. And this was part of the Nice List box from Black Needle Society. And I am stitching this on 28 count Whisper Lugana with the flosses that came, so it came as a kit. And so I had to frog out half of Santa's hat. So now I stitched half of Santa's hat back in. It's a super cute pattern. I love all of Jordan's patterns. They're really simple to stitch up, and she uses color really nicely. I just love Jordan. She's the sweetie pie. And I got this from the 805 Stitcher, Tara. I love sock monkeys. I'm sure I showed you this before. Then, okay, so, y'all, when I was at StitchCon, I decided that I wanted to kit up a fancy lady. So I've never done a Nora Corbett or a Mirabilia. Now I have started some lavender and lace projects, which I guess that would be considered a fancy lady, but I think nowadays no one goes towards lavender and lace. I don't even know if they're still making lavender and lace. Mary? What? I'm not sure. So I wanted to kit up a Nora Corbett or a Mirabilia, and this one just spoke to me. This is, oh my gosh, how come the name is not on here? It's this one. Now I can't remember the name of it. It's got to be on here somewhere. It's on the pattern, I would think. Wisteria. So I wanted to kit up and put a few stitches in a Nora Corbett. Am I nuts? Yes, I'm nuts. So I went to Keepsakes, and I kitted up the pattern except for the fabric because I wanted to go back to the annex and get a fabric from the annex. But look at her. And she's my colors, y'all. I think I might change the colors in her wings to a pink. Then it'll really be close to my brand colors. And I don't know about the little flourish on her shoe. I might take that off, but who knows? We'll see. But I think that's beads, so I probably won't. So I did start that. And, you know, I got the beads and all the things. I think the only thing I didn't get there was the Krynic, so I will have to work on getting that. Also, when I was there, I got this bag at Keepsakes. Everybody loves this fabric. This is done by the Painted Leaf Company. Super cute. And there was a little bag too, which I think I have in my haul, that I should probably put in this bag with all these threads. Oh yeah, Painted Leaf Company. She is on Etsy. So I did start her, and I started her on, now I don't know what the name of the fabric, oh, it's on here, so we're good. This is a 32 count linen from Forbidden Fiber Company in Love Potion. And you can't really see the color. Not true to what it is. I don't know. All you people who love Forbidden Fiber Company know this fabric by heart. So it's like mottled purple and green, and it's just, that's a little bit better. It's beautiful. So I did get some stitches in, and I mean, for just starting it, not too shabby. So I think I'm going to hop on the Sal that Bobby and Fawn of Sanctum Stitching are starting next week. The end of this week. The hashtag Virgin Lady Sal. Virgin Lady Stitches Sal. Virgin Fancy Lady Stitching. Or just Virgin Lady Stitch. Virgin Fancy Lady Sal. I'll link him. I'll mention it below. But yeah, I don't know what I was thinking by kitting up and starting that there, but I haven't touched it since. But it's pretty. Let's hope I finish it because it would go beautiful in this room. See, with my blue walls. the bane of my existence the last month or so. So I've been working on the Country Cottage Needlework Santa's Village, and I was working on the Elves Workshop. Y'all, I had it all the way finished and then realized I was off because I'm trying to do it all on one piece of fabric. So I'm stitching it on 36 count Ocean Air by Fox and Rabbit with all of the called for colors. Not only did I get like 3/4 of the way done and have to frog it, but then I did another quarter and had to frog it again. So I was really pissed, and I just wanted to get it done at that point after having to frog it. So I didn't put it in timeout. I persevered. Now, I did put it down for 2 weeks because when I was away, I didn't bring it with me. I wanted to bring simpler things with me. So it got finished. Now, don't be freaked out because none of my people have eyes, because I don't do French knots. I put beads on it. So I will put beads on it when I'm done, and I'll put the buttons on it. And I'm hoping. So it's a 12 pattern piece. So I don't know that I'm going to get 4 across and 3 down. What do you think? Do you think I can get 3 down on this piece of fabric? Or do I go like 5 and 5 and 2 in the middle, or 2 rows of 5 and then a row of 2? Thoughts, please. Crystal, I know you were working on this too. So what are your thoughts? How are you doing it? I can't remember, but it's still cute as all get out. But I was dying. I was dying having to frog that thing 3 freaking times. I just wanted to throw it in the garbage, but I love it so much. And normally these ones are not that hard for me, so I don't know what the problem was. Actually, I do. I had COVID. That's what it was. We'll get on to that with personal stuff too, if you care to hear it. Okay. Then at StitchCon, I also worked a little bit on... Yikes. Dead silence. Lizzie Kate's Pair of Pilgrims, which I started last year. I'm working on this guy right here. And then I just got sick of stitching brown, so I put it away. Because it's a lot of brown, y'all. It is a lot of brown. But I thought it would be real easy to do since it's a lot of brown. But I just wasn't feeling it. So I worked on that. You guys can see my triple chins. So I have all this stuff in my lovely, one of my Punky Pearls project binders. Also, while at StitchCon, I pulled this out, which is my retreat piece, which is the Stitch West 2021 exclusive, Stitching with Friends. And I did a color conversion with all of Ymir's silks. So this is being stitched on 30 count Anemone by Me Stitch Me 2/2 with her pretty silks. And so what I've been doing is asking people at the retreats that I attend to stitch either a whole motif or just part of motif or whatever they stitch, and just put their initials next to it. And Lord help me, I probably won't remember any of the people who stitch on it because we don't know anybody's real names anymore. It's all their Flosstube names. I'll know. But it's so cute, and I love these colors. Well, of course I love these colors. Come on. It's my colors. The blue, the periwinkles and purples and pinks and minty green. So it's coming along and I really like it. And I think it's funny because people were struggling because it's 32 count. My lovely Ada Stitcher friends who don't like to stitch over 2. But it happens. It happens, y'all. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else in here that I worked on. Oh, yes. I also pulled out my gobble sampler from Bent Creek. And I'm a naughty girl because I don't have any of these. I don't have a card in here. So I don't know what this is being stitched on. It's being stitched with the DMC. So I did get a good part of this done because I think the last time I had it out, I only had like one of the swirls. So I think it looks good on this color. I think they pop. I think the motifs pop. I might have to get this one back out again. But I have been doing secret stitching because I'm going to the Black Needle Society's Camp Black Needle Society in October. So I've been working on some secret stitching too, which obviously I don't want to show on here in case someone who's going to be there gets my smells exchange. I don't think we had to sign up for that. I think we just bring it. Athena, can you correct me on that? Or I'll just ask you later. So that was my stitching. I thought it was a lot. But maybe it wasn't. I mean, for a month, that seems like a lot to me. Considering that I stitched the Elves Workshop almost 3 times. So, there's that. There's that whole thing. Wow. Y'all, since last year, I think I have, personal side note, regarding personal care, I've gained 75 pounds in the last year, and I need to correct that. So, hold on just a second. Okay. So yes, I need to correct that. I'm working on that. Again, I seem to go through these phases. Well, only since I turned 40, I go through these phases where I need to lose a bunch of weight and then get it all back. But we'll see. So that was my stitching. I do want to do for plans. I'm doing Christmas in July this month. I've kind of abandoned my whip go board. So I'm just going to stitch what I want when I want. And if I want to go to that whip go board, I'll go back to it. Or maybe I'll use one of the Wheel of Dooms or decision wheels or whatever, tiny decision wheels. But I'm trying to think of a birthday start. So my birthday is July 29th. What's that? Next Friday. And I'm trying to think of a birthday start. I started to think that I wanted to do Rosewood Manor's Twinkle Twinkle as a birthday start and as, because it's a gift for my cousin who just had twin baby boys. Now, she wasn't due until September or maybe August. They took the babies at 32 weeks because one was growing faster than the other one, and my cousin is tiny. So the babies are fine. She's fine. They're still in the NICU, but they're breathing on their own, and they're, one is a little over 4 pounds and one is a little under 4 pounds. So I think they'll be fine. They'll be growing, but I wanted to make that pattern for the twins. And I'm just not sure if I want to use that as my birthday start. Do I want to do a birthday start since I didn't have finished my birthday start from last year, which was the Inheritance Sampler that I started with Ymir? You know what? You guys tell me, should I start something new or pick up the inheritance sampler and move forward with that since it's from last year? You tell me. That's for stitching. Now, other stitching stuff, I'm going to Camp Black Needle Society, Galleria, and Stitch West. So I am excited. I feel like you go through like a hangover from StitchCon, and then now I'm recuperated from that hangover. I'm ready to do it again and get another hangover, right? And then I won't be going to another actual retreat until October for Stitch West. So Galleria is kind of just thrown in there as a little weekend getaway to hang out with a couple of friends. I don't plan on doing much shopping, but I'm trying to look into some classes maybe. But we'll see. Shop talk. So let's talk about the shop a little bit. I'm now offering pre-orders for patterns. And right now I have a Christmas in July sale going on from now until July 31st. And that is 20% off the entire shop, excluding handmade wood products. So if you want a winder or a tablet stand or a display board that Brian makes, those are not on sale, but everything else is, and the discount is taken at checkout. Some other exciting things going on with the shop. I will be attending the Online Needlework Expo at the end of August. So I'm super excited about that, so I can put some faces to names and meet designers and talk to them. Talk to them and try to get my business a little more into things, like get into a little more of different designers. I feel like I have a good variety, but I'm noticing I don't have a lot of prim, I guess. And I feel like maybe I'm buying for myself and not for the audience, which is you guys. So you tell me, how are things looking? What do you want to see in the shop? If you're even looking at the shop. If you're not looking at the shop, okay, that's fine too. I don't want to make this channel all about the shop, but it is part of what this is, right? It is stitching related. Some super duper exciting news is Brian and I are looking into possibly holding a stitching event here in the New Port Richey, North Tampa, Gulf Coast, Tampa Bay region. Not until winter of 2024. And it's not going to be some huge ginormous thing. It's probably going to be less than 100 people. I want to make it a little bit smaller, not exclusive, but smaller, so that I can just dip my toe in it and see how it goes. So we're looking into venues right now, and if you have any ideas of what you'd like to see at a retreat, something that might be different from the norm, I know that a lot of us get overwhelmed with lots of people, so that's another reason why I wanted to try to keep it a little bit smaller, because I want everybody to have that same experience of being able to be with fellow stitchers and not feel total anxiety. So like I said, I think we're looking between 75 to 100 people, maybe smaller. It actually depends on the venue. So some of the venues that we're looking at are boutique style. So we'll see. I have so many ideas in my head about what I want it to be, and I want it to be a little bit different, because who wants to go to the same old retreat over and over again all year long? Like, I want to go to StitchCon every year. I want to go to Stitch West every year. It's a different experience because you're in a different place with different people. But I don't want, and I haven't experienced this yet. I've only gone to 2 stitching events, and they're not like each other. One is super laid back and relaxed and well, at least I felt that way. I felt that way at Stitch West. It was very relaxed. There was not 300 people there. It was more like 100, 120 maybe. And it was very comfortable. And I feel comfortable at StitchCon too, but there's a different type of energy. I guess that's what I'm getting at. It's not like one's worse than the other or better than the other, because they were both fantastic and I loved both of them. But I want to be able to give someone else that experience maybe on a smaller level, less anxiety ridden maybe. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Do you want food at yours? Like, would you pay more if there was like meals included? You wouldn't have to worry about your meals. Do you want to have meals included? Do you not want to have meals included? What about free drinks? What about free snacks? What about, do you want a pop-up shop? Do you just want specific designers? And those are the kinds of things that I'm thinking about, you know. And I always wanted to be an event coordinator, but because I love planning stuff, but I just don't want to plan. I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. So we'll just leave it at that. Giveaways. Let's give out some stuff. So this is going to be super simple. I'm not holding anything up. You can pick any pattern in my shop. And I'm going to give that any pattern away to 3 people. All you have to do is tell me your favorite. No, don't tell me your favorite thing. I just want you to give me some advice about what you would like to see at a stitching retreat. The keyword or the secret word is retreat. So please give me your advice. Give me your ideas. Throw it out there. Because I always want to hear feedback from you guys. Always. You guys, you gals, you ladies, you men, you people, them, there, everybody. So that's enough of shop talk. Let's go on to Happy Mail and Haul. This is all going to be spread out all over the place via Happy Mail and Haul. So I love my friend Heather and her amazing bag making abilities, that every time I see something new, I have to go buy it. So this is just like a little wristlet, which I think I might use this. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. I don't really care. It's just cute. I might use it for all my fancy pens. I'm not sure. Just love it. Love it, love it. And then I wanted I realized when I was at StitchCon that I wanted a smaller crossbody bag to carry my phone and wallet and all that stuff in. So she had made one of these. This is what she had popped this up on her site, and I just had to have it. So cute. I love this faux pebbly vinyl leather situation. And inside she always does this waterproof canvas. And it has, you know, you could use this as your wallet essentially, but it's big enough to hold my wallet. And I just needed a crossbody bag, so I got one. Love it, Heather. You are the best. And I'm really sorry that I have not gotten back to you because I owe you fabric choices for another bag. I'll get to it. I'll get to it eventually. Oh my God, what is this floss for? Oh. I don't know what this is for. I'll figure that out in the end. So when we went to StitchCon, Zan made me this. It's a stitchy bat. My friend Zan, Crazy Band Lady Stitches, made me a stitchy mat. I love it. It's cute. It's got bees and flowers and bicycles with. So thank you, Miss Zan Lady. She thinks I don't like it because when I saw somebody else's, I was like, oh, I want that one. And I didn't mean it that way, but she took it that way. I love it. She is the best. Missing. Oh, yeah, and here's the back. I love a polka dot, too. I'm a very geometrical shape person. Like, like retro shapes, like the starburst and all that kind of stuff. In the mail, I got this lovely little note. And this was just a thank you card from Laura. Laura Trimble. I sent her a little birthday surprise, and she sent me a thank you card. Totally not necessary. Then I also got a piece of mail. Look at those hearts. From Carol. Carol had posted in the StitchCon Weekend A group right before StitchCon. She had gotten COVID and wasn't able to, I think she gotten COVID or whatever the case may be. She had to cancel at the last minute and wasn't able to attend StitchCon. So I said, hey, shoot me your mailing address and I'll send you a needle minder. I made one for everybody. So she sent me this really nice thank you card saying thanks for thinking of her. And I was like, you know, it sucks when that kind of stuff happens. Like, you want to be able to do the things and then you feel like you're missing out on all that stuff. And I'm sure she made something and now she has 300 things that she wanted to give away to people but didn't. Right? So thank you, Carol. I appreciate that. StitchCon goodies. So you guys have all seen this. A beautiful little canvas bag and a little journal and a pen. This was the other bag that I bought from Painted Leaf Company. And for my smalls exchange, I got this little chart. And I'm sure my smalls is a small exchange piece from Jane is in here. But this is all the stuff I got to show you guys. If you want to see it all. So I was terrible and didn't start this with everybody else. It was supposed to be a Sal start along starting July 1st. And I just didn't kit it up. I will eventually stitch this. And I might actually put every year that I go to StitchCon on that piece somewhere. But now it's on the floor. So. From Sambry Stitches D-Stash, I picked up a piece of 18 count Peach Tea Ada. I would assume it's from Be Stitch Me because I think all of her stuff is from Be Stitch Me. Oh no, this is Seraphim. It does not look peachy here. I need to get my whiteboard out, but it's way over there. And I'm just drawing this crap all over the place. I ordered a few things from Primrose Cottage Stitches Etsy shop, and I keep getting all these quilting stuff, and I haven't started a quilt yet. Someday, when I get my shit together, maybe, but I thought that was super cute. So pick that up. I picked up a little bit of fabric squares, good for finishing. Some of these note cards to put on the back of your finishes. I think I might actually put that on the back of my Flosstube friends, which I still haven't hung up. It's still on the floor. Or not on the floor, but I got my Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine, and I bookmarked a few things that I know that I want to stitch for sure. Like this pattern from Twin Peak Primitives. That's got Zan written all over it. Or Bobby. Because Bobby likes the bees too. Oh, and then I always bookmark Vanna's page where she gives directions on how to finish stuff. That was the only two things I bookmarked. I don't know why I didn't bookmark this, Barbara Anna, but I didn't. I sometimes have to look through the magazine 2 and 3 and sometimes 4 times before I was like, oh yeah, I really want that. So I saw, now I can't remember who it was. I saw someone on Instagram stitching this and I had to have it. I don't have any really good New Year's, but I love this. It says, raise a glass of cheer to the beginning of the new year. And it is a Blackbird design piece. I love it. Maybe I'll start this for my birthday. I don't know. So many options. But I loved it so much that I also bought copies to put in the shop. So if you are interested in this, you can go check out the shop. 20% off until July 31st. Then I got a couple more of my Tiny Modernist Spooktacular Halloween Spooktacular ornaments. This is part 9, Witch's Brew. And this is part 10, Happy Halloween with the Little Dracula. So cute. And my off-key singing. I got my July 2022 thread club from Color and Cotton. Gorgeous. And I will say, my secret stitching, I'm stitching on a piece of Color and Cotton fabric, and I don't know where it's been my whole life. I'm so glad I joined the club, so now I can get more of it. So here's another piece. This is, sorry y'all. This is a 32 count Lugana from Color and Cotton in the colorway Granny Smith. Oh yeah, perfect. It's the very summery color. Sorry, I'm bending over. Y'all, I went fabric crazy at the Annex at StitchCon. Why did I say it like that? StitchCon. I got a pack of Cottage Garden threads from Rebel Stitchers pop-up shop in the Annex. I believe this is for her, the flower sampler. I can't remember what the name of this thing. I have it in my bag there though. But I don't plan on using it for that. I just wanted to try them out. So I got that. I got this. I've been really in a neutrals kind of mood lately, so I got this 32 count Weatherstone from Atomic Ranch. It's coming up way more green. It's more brown. Well, I don't know. I can't tell. What I'm looking at, it's not looking at the same thing, but when I play this back, it'll probably look different there too. And I also got, I think I got 2 cups of this. A 32 count vanilla cream from Atomic Ranch Fabrics. Oh no, this is a peaches and cream, which there is a subtle difference. And this is a 28 count. Dude, you can't see any of the color. My face looks so red. You can't see any of the color in these neutrals. Oh, shoot me. Antique white, 28 count Ada from Atomic Ranch. So Atomic Ranch had a pop-up shop there. So did Forbidden Fiber Company and Fortnite Fabrics. And this is a Forbidden Fiber Company 32 count linen. What's this colorway? Eucalyptus, which I think I already have, but I saw it there and I was like, ooh, girl, better pick that up. And he would not believe. I picked up the same piece of, the same colorway of fabric 3 times. And they all look different because they're hand dyed. So I bought them all. Sort of. This is 36 count sea glass from Fortnite Fabrics. Oh, that looks so good. And yeah, I'm all over the place with counts and fabric styles too, because this, y'all, is a 18 count Fortnite fabric called Dazzling, and it's an Aida. So this one, the sea glass, and the next one were the ones that I was debating on whether or not I should put my wisteria fancy lady on. This was a little too bright, I think, is what I had a bunch of ladies helping me, like Sarah from Sarah Memphis E, and Sammy of Sammy Liz. So this is the other half of the Love Potion from Forbidden Fiber. Actually, I think one is 36 count and one is 32 count. But you can see the difference, right? Can you? Yeah, you can see the difference. So the modeling is really good. And they're my favorite colors. Periwinkle, purple, minty greens. Oh my goodness. So that was my StitchCon haul, because I didn't really buy any patterns there. I want to say that, but I probably did. Before that, I was on a mission to find certain Prairie Schooler Santas for important dates or years in my life. I'm not sure why I got this one. It might have been a pack, but I got these on a D-stash. So this is Prairie Schooler Santa from 1999. I think it's because I wasn't sure what year my brothers were born. So I just got all of the 90s. 1997. Oh, excuse me. I'm hungry. It's dinner time. 1992. But I think I'm going to change his coat color. I just don't feel like that's an appropriate color for whatever reason. It just doesn't jive with me. I also got Baby It's Cold Outside. I've been wanting this since Janet showed her conversion. Janet Jabber showed her conversion into the blues. Because I like the blue so much better. This is also, I also have this in my shop if you'd like to stitch that too. Ooh, this is so much fun. I get to see all the stuff that I've been holding on to for the last month. Color and Cotton Wedgwood. I think they were having a sale on certain cuts, so I just went bonkers like usual. Actually, I know they were having a sale, so because Lord knows I am not usually an Aida person, but I got an 18 count Aida in salmon. Bells of Ireland in a 16 count Aida. Sorry for the glare, y'all, but you don't want me taking everything out of the bags, I'm sure. Then I tried this new company who is only online, and now I can't remember her name, and it's not on this list, but I was on it looking for 18 count or 16 count Aidas. And so I got Fiber on a Whim. I don't think each of these are marked. Fiber on the Whim Silver Fox. Oh yeah, that is right there. No, this is French Country Rain. 16 count. I actually think I have a piece of, or I used a piece of that before. And this is the Silver Fox. Fiber on a Whim Silver Fox. I want to say, are one of the Cottage Garden samplings A Year in the Woods animals on that? Maybe. Now I'm kind of finding that. I don't think I like this. Fiber on a Whim Cocoa. I'm not really feeling this very much. Anybody want it? Just kidding, because I'll probably find a use for it someday. I have not dove into offering fabrics on my website because I just don't have the storage. And same with threads. But who knows what'll happen in the future. And this is Fiber on a Whim Hazelwood. These were all 16 count. That's kind of cool. Y'all. Hold please. Sorry about that. I have lost my clicker thing. My shutter, automatic shutter thing. Oh, and I got a bunch of these Curtis Bowringer Snowmen's of the Months. I can't show them to you though because they are, it's just the pattern. Ooh, this was what I picked at StitchCon. This lovely, cute as can be. I picked something Christmassy. And Jean told me that this is her first time ever doing an exchange and FFOing something like this. She did an amazing job. I love it. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's cute. I want to eat it. It's all the things. Love, love, love. Sparkles so much on that opalescent fabric. Oh my goodness. Oh, and I got some buttons, some fun buttons from Primrose Cottage's Etsy shop. So those, and these Halloween ones. I have no idea what I'm going to do with them, but figured they'd be good for finishing. I joined, hopped on the train, Grace Notes Fabrics train, and I'm doing both the color and the neutral club. So this is an 18 count Ada in Songnando. I have no idea how to say that. This is very pink, but I'm not mad at it. And then the neutral is 20 count Lugana Sparkling Grape. Like a purple gray. Does not show very well. Purple grape? Purple gray. Jeez Louise. Oh, you know what? This is what I might start for my birthday. So I did pick up a few things at Keepsakes. My bad. I saw this stitched on the wall and I had to have it. And I think I got one of the last copies. So this is Madame Chantilly's Gifts for Santa. And I have not been able to find this online at any distributor. So I wonder if it's out of print. But it's so cute. I think I might add some more colors because it's a lot of blue, white, and red. I might throw something else in there. Or maybe just changing the fabric up. We'll see. But I fell in love when I saw it stitched up. As happens with most, yeah. What are they called? Charts. I also got this at Keepsakes. And I got this at Keepsakes. I got this at the Annex, I think. I also have this in my shop too because he's super cute. I got a bunch of those Santas. Sue Hillis's Santas are cute. And then from the freebie table, I picked up a few things that are way out of date, but I still thought they were cute. Like, hello. I'm not witching the freaking moon, dude. I also like this, but I think I'd take out the cat because I'm not really a cat person. And I would take out the red cheeks or whatever. And that Santa was freaking... He's cute too. Just very cute. Or this Santa. Look at that Santa. So, even though it was old, I was down for it. Same with this. I had this. I don't know what I did with it, but then I saw it on the giveaway table, and I was like, oh, I gotta pick that back up because I want to stitch this again. I stitched it for somebody years ago. I want to say 15, 20 years ago. And that was that. I also picked this up from Jan Hicks Creates. Right? Yeah. Winter Cottages. Looks very nautical to me. The colors remind me of something nautical. Then there was a few freebies at the freebie given to us, and then oh yes, things that I have in my shop from Crocette Agogo. And Marula is amazing. She's awesome. I buy directly from her in Italy, and I love this. Pledge of Allegiance. It's so cute. That is in my shop. And then she sometimes just throws me little extras for me. And so she sent me this Angel of Winter. This is not in my shop, but if you want it in the shop, let me know. And this is a new pattern that she did that I don't have in my shop yet. If you'd like to see it in there, let me know. This is called A Sweet Bouquet. I usually save up my orders for her because I'm getting them shipped from Italy. So I usually wait until I have a bit of a need for, like I don't just onesie twosie it with her. I get a big order together. I think we're down to the last bits. Yeah, we're down to the last bits. So I didn't pick this up when I was at StitchCon because I wanted the digital copy. So I just waited until I got home and I got Rebel Stitchers Women of Honor sampler. So good, Colleen. I might take off the bird and just replicate this motif over here because I'm not a bird person. And I have, I don't know who I'm going to put in. I might put, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I might put my mother's initials and my mother-in-law's initials in here, and I haven't figured out who else I'm going to put on here yet. But it's spot on. And then Flowers Grow Back. This is the pattern that those cottage garden threads are for, but I'm thinking I might do this monochrome or maybe 2 variegated flosses in similar shades. But to me, I want a little, I think I want it to be a little more, a little more monochromatic. But it's pretty. I love those butterflies. I like that butterfly. That little tiny purple one. So, yeah. Wow, that was a lot. Where's my notes? My notes are under this table somewhere. I had them. Oh, here they are. Oh, my. Okay. Let's get personal, shall we? So, I went to StitchCon. When I got back, I roomed with Ymir, which me and Ymir are roomies for life. Everywhere we go, we room together for the most part. Which I say everywhere we go. We've only been to 2 retreats together, and we've roomed twice, but we have plans to be at Stitch West together, and something. Oh, Galleria. She's coming to Galleria with us too. So I will see her there. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention in shop update. I will be at Nashville Needlework Market shopping my booty off next year. So I've signed up for that as well. And I think we're going to make it a family trip. We're just going to take Danny out of school for a couple days and drive on up there. It'll probably be like a 12-hour drive. So we'll make it in 2 stops, maybe. We'll see. But that's what we're trying to plan. Because Brian wants to meet everybody. And now that he's, he's a YouTube Flosstube star now too, because he did his first Flosstube last week. They're both stars. Back to after StitchCon. So I get home from StitchCon Monday night, and I'm reading a plethora of messages and texts saying, I'm sick. I tested positive for COVID and this, that, and the other thing. And I was like, well, I still don't have any symptoms, but I guess I should start testing. So tested negative Monday night when I got home, tested negative Tuesday night when I got home, still no symptoms. Wednesday, symptoms started. Tested, still negative. Thursday, symptoms worse. Tested, negative. Friday, symptoms even worse. So, I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it was like a bad flu. But I finally tested positive that day. So 3 days of symptoms, tested positive. I call my doctor and I say, I don't think I need to come in because I tested positive for COVID. I just don't know if there's anything that we can do for it. What is there anything? And she said, well, since you're in the first 5 days of having symptoms, we can put you on Plaxovid or Plavix, whatever the heck they call these drugs with fancy names. It's an antiviral. It won't help your symptoms, but it should help move the virus through your body a lot faster. So I would say Friday and Saturday were my worst days. The Paxlovid is horrible. If you've ever let prednisone sit on your tongue too long, that's what it tastes like the entire time that you have to take this antiviral. That's if you have a sense of taste or smell. I didn't lose either one, so it was disgusting. But by Monday, I was feeling better. And fortunately, I had off from work for Juneteenth. So I was able to still recuperate, and I only lost half a day of work on Friday because I went back to work Tuesday. I still have a bit of COVID brain and lethargy, and we're a month away, month out already. I feel for Becca of Stanbury Stitches because she has been struggling with COVID for what feels like 3 months now. And it just hits some people harder than others. So during this time, my son is away. He's been away since the end of the school year, which was like March 26th or whatever. So fortunately, we didn't have to worry about him. But I knew Brian was going to get it because obviously we were together for 2 days before I tested positive, and so he got it too. He had it a lot worse than I did. But we get through that, and at this point, we were supposed to be leaving for Pennsylvania like 5 days after that. Well, you have to quarantine for 5 days and then wear a mask for 5 days, according to the doctor. Brian got sick 4 days after me. So our plans to leave for Pennsylvania, we pushed them a week. So instead of staying for 2 weeks, we were only going to stay a week. Then I get a phone call from my in-laws. They both have COVID. My son is away on a camping trip with my sister. And now I have to tell her, hey, Daniel might have been exposed to COVID. And by the way, you can't take him back to the house, so you're going to have to keep him for at least 5 days. And she was okay with that. She was fine. So they end their camping trip early because both my sister and my son were not feeling well. So you know where I'm going with this. Daniel gets COVID, but my sister and her family, they were fine. None of them got it. But my kid is a solitary kid. So he was not he was not liking the fact that he had to stay with my sister, couldn't go back to Grammy's house. And his 4-year-old cousin is a little rammy, and my kid likes to be alone. So I'm telling all this to my best friend, and she's like, look, I'll go pick him up. He can quarantine at my house. He'll have his own room, his own bed, and all these things. I was like, I don't want you to do that because I don't want to run the risk of you guys getting it. And she's like, look, we've already had it. It's just her and her son. We've already had it. We'll be fine. We'll mask up when we're around each other. It'll be fine. So she took him, thank goodness, because it was what he really needed. She's an amazing caregiver, an amazing friend. I love her to death. She's been my friend for 30 something years, and I can't believe we're even saying that because we're just still 25. So, but she had to deal with a lot. So, thank you, thank you, thank you, Denise. I love you, love you, love you. So, with all that being said, I was going to go up and get my son. I was going to fly up there, fly back, and we'd be done. But my in-laws were like, no, no, no. By the time you guys get here, we'll be out of quarantine. He'll be out of quarantine. Everything will be fine. So we did that. We went up and we spent a week with my in-laws, and we watched the 4th of July parade, which is a big thing in the Clark household, as they have all been and all were first responders, and they are or were first responders for 4 generations. So it is a very big deal where we come from, and Daniel loves the parade. He loves the marching bands. He loves it all. He loves being in Glenside for 4th of July. There's no better place to be. So we had an amazing time there, and we were driving back, and on our way back, we went on vacation. Finally, vacation. So we but we rented an Airbnb in North Georgia, which is where we like to vacation. It is also where we are looking to purchase property for an investment. Not looking to purchase a house, just property. Because then we don't have to worry about maintaining it. It's just not a thing. So we had a great 4 or 5 days there. On our way down through Atlanta, we stopped in Macon, and we saw the Macon Bacon, which is a summer league collegiate team, or collegiate league, and they tout themselves as, the best family fun you can have. And it was really great. It's a small stadium, but they really know how to put it on for the kids. If you've ever seen viral videos of the Savannah Bananas, it's the same league. Now, they don't get as crazy as the Savannah Bananas, but my kid had the time of his life. If you have seen my Instagram lately, you will see that I posted some pictures of him, and he didn't want to miss a moment. So now he's back with us, struggling a bit with now having to have rules and chores and things like that because he hasn't had it for a month. But he's got to get back on it because school is 3 weeks away. And then we'll be back to the grind. So I think that's it. I've rambled for quite a while. So I hope you guys liked it. Again, if you want to enter in to receive a pattern from my shop, please don't say giveaway. Please be 18 or over so I can have your address. Please don't let the bots in. And the secret word is retreat. So tell me what you'd like to see in a retreat. I think that's about it for this time. Hope you guys had fun. I know I did. And until next time, let's quit bitching and just get stitching. Bye.